I can't stand this dude. Good. This is what he get. Y'all remember the comedian that was sitting next to Andrew Schultz, laughing at everything he had to say about Kendrick Lamar, talking about taking advantage of him and all of that stuff. Just agreeing with everything he had to say. Well, he's in the pitfall of his life right now. He is in a pitfall of his life, and he's dwindling right now because of the girl that he's been dating or something like that, making him look bad and terrible. We got Jamari about to break it down. I'm going to leave a link in the description. I'm happy. Good for him. Good. I don't like this dude. I do not like this dude. Y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
So one of the hottest topics online recently has been a stand-up comedian named Akaash Singh and some comments that his wife has made about their life and their marriage. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the Flagrant podcast starring Andrew Schultz and the man himself, Akaash. And as far as digital media goes, comedy podcasts are not really my thing.
I've heard some legendary tipping, right? Like, you know, I remember I was hanging with Rogan once. He drops the car off. It's 100. Picks it up. It's 100.
Okay, that's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's responsible.
I guess I just don't find either host to be
just laughing at anything. I can't stand him. Can't stand him.
Particularly funny. I really think that Andrew got a career from swinging on Joe Rogan's nuts, and then Akaash in turn did the same with Andrew. You know, this guy is actually so unfunny as a comedian that I thought for sure he was like Lily Singh's long-lost brother or something like that. But it is simply not true. They actually do have two things in common though. For one, they both cannot take any sort of constructive criticism regarding their comedy.
I'm trying to power through the set, but when I'm done with my set and I see him doing this, that shit, there is no way your fucking left hand is more interesting than what we're doing up here for an hour.
And for two, they were both virgins deep into their 30s.
I'm sure I could get there, but I don't give off the vibe, I think, of the girls are like, I gotta fuck that guy.
In fact, it's quite apparent that growing up and...
These the guys. Nowadays, they got all this say-so because they can afford a microphone. Because they know how to get up and tell a couple jokes that they got on Chat GPT. Now you got some say-so all of a sudden. These the guys right here. Andrew Schultz talking about he want to take advantage of Kendrick Lamar and bend him over and y'all remember that? Y'all remember? That was the highlight of his career. And he was sitting up there laughing at it. Like it was funny. Shit ain't funny, man.
And even through his early adult life, that this man had zero confidence in himself and never really got any attention from any girls.
So in high school it was because you said you didn't look good, and then after that it was
I was hideous.
Well, you're not a hideous guy.
Hey, you haven't seen me in high school.
Well,
Short,
what
fat,
happened?
Crooked teeth. I was just like a chipmunk, dude.
And I really do think that this is how he became.
And these the guys that took over the red pill community and all of that stuff. These are the guys. These are the same exact, hold on, let's see what he looked like. These are the same type of guys that be bashing women all day. These are the guys right here. Take a good look at them.
Crooked teeth. I was just like a chipmunk, dude.
And I really do think that this is how he became a living doormat, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. And funny enough, the seeds of this expose of his home life were planted years ago, when Myron and Frogger from Fresh and Fit would go onto the Flagrant podcast, and it was beyond clear that Akaash was not a fan of these guys by any means.
The way I look at it is, you watch them you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapien? Yeah. Y'all are the first motherfucker out of Neanderthal.
And ever since this interaction, the two of them have had beef for years, and even the two podcasts in general have had issues with each other. And at first I would say it was a pretty even battle with each respected fan base kind of riding for their guys, but lately Myron has been teabagging the shit out of Akaash online. And it's really all been possible because of Akaash's wife, Justine, as she has pretty much given Myron all the ammo in the world. You see, Akaash made the mistake of trying to appear too perfect, and every time he would open up his mouth about his wife, Justine, he would paint her as this beautiful, sexy, but also innocent, almost naive person. And on more than one occasion...
Now watch when Miss Justine open her mouth. Karma's a motherfucker. I'm telling you, man.
He noted this story where they lost their V cards to each other when she was in her early 20s, and I believe he was in his late 30s.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this:
wow.
do you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. Yeah. I remember I was just like, what?
I mean, it's almost like the guy had a superiority complex over this V-card fun fact, when in reality, he was really just on some Steve Carell shit.
Right.
And it's quite apparent that even in his newfound success, he was still deeply insecure from his adolescence. But either way, Akaash was still pretty well respected for years, and the problem really didn't start until his wife opened up her mouth. And at first, it was simply about the red pill community, and specifically Fresh and Fit.
So my husband actually interviewed these red pill guys on their podcast one time, and I won't mention their names because who the fuck even cares. But it was so funny because he actually called them out on their shit and their like stupid fucking beliefs and how they say that they're helping men when actually what they say is like really detrimental and damaging, especially to young impressionable men. Because he went at them, the red pill guys, like fans, were attacking him afterwards, found pictures of us, and because I'm like objectively attractive, you know, they were saying that we couldn't possibly have got together in a natural kind of way or like in the wild, like it must have been an arranged marriage.
Now, the most ironic part about her call out is that she herself turned to making Fresh and Fit as content for women, where she embodies the idea that women should be constantly treated like spoiled brats who need their every whim catered to by their husbands. In fact, it seems like all she really knows how to do is sit at home and spend Akaash's money. I mean, just listen to how she describes herself.
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Justine. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
And trust me, guys, after this, the clips only get much worse. You know, it's almost like going from Winnie Hut Jr. straight to Hell's Inferno, as she totally comes off as an entitled gold digger when it comes to finances.
How do you and your husband split finances?
Check her out. She about to make him look bad. Check her out. Now, I know in the country that they from, that this is probably their tradition and all of that, but she made him look bad, y'all. I'm talking about, it didn't just stop with the, yeah, he spoils me. I don't have to cook. I don't have to do anything. He's a stand-up comedian. He just, no. She started talking about how she be getting dug out. Yeah.
We don't. If you want to work, all for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money.
Yes, that's very easy to say when you have no income.
That is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one.
Oh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Let's go ride a bike with my wife.
And it's just like the best fucking
What
part
was
is
that?
like living with your best friend.
Also, it's like there's
Who
a way-
buys you designer shit?
My wife is objectively gorgeous. Me, no. So that's what you got to do. I got to work my ass off, and then every time she starts looking at me and she starts assessing my beauty, I just throw a bag at that bitch.
People think that's funny. It's just a joke. No, these are his insecurities coming out. Remember, he said, well, yeah, when I went to high school, I was all fat and this and this. Bruh, these is his insecurities coming out, y'all. He exposing himself.
Chest pass!
And just look at her sheer reaction to Akaash surprising her with an upgraded wedding ring recently.
First of all, I want to say that happy birthday. All of this is possible because you told me I could do anything that I wanted.
With him also saying that he now wanted to renew their vows in India in front of their families, and just pay attention to what her main focus was in this clip.
I think the only thing you can do is propose again. Justine Singh, will you be Justine Singh forever again?
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! How big is this? Thank you so much! What do you say? This is so...
Courtney Mustard. You were sitting in her lap.
Now clearly she was not moved by the
She ain't even want to give him the, you see how he was kissing all over her? She was like, She hit him with the Rihanna when Drake was trying to kiss Rihanna. He was like, nah, get him off me.
dedication of their love to each other. Hell, she even dodged that poor motherfucker's kiss.
Marriage is much better for women.
And I ain't even see this. I said, I read the body language. It's there.
It literally starts with a man getting on his knees begging you. But is that enough? No. You also get an exquisite piece of jewelry. 3 paychecks, that's what she told me. 3 on a finger.
And I just know for a fact that she is the type of chick to require a blood diamond over a lab grown, all because she needs to walk around feeling supreme to other people. You know, she wants to feel that slave labor on her finger. And Akaash actually makes another fatal mistake here of encouraging her to
understand all these little so-called beautiful girls that's beautiful to America's standards and beautiful to the world standards. A lot of them be insecure, y'all. This is what people don't get. They don't understand. A lot of these people be insecure, man.
To have a TikTok and podcasting platform.
Who was your first girlfriend?
I had one in college.
Subject.
Now for him, this was really the beginning of the end, as she would start oversharing quickly.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. The top 4 songs when I came back for my sophomore year: Click, Pop That, Bands Make Her Dance, Birthday Cake, the 2 Chainz. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
Y'all cover y'all ears. This here for grungy? Go to bed. Cover your ears. Cover your ears. You shouldn't be hearing that.
And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. So it's like, ugh.
And it's just hilarious because Akaash acted like he found this diamond in the rough. Like she was some pure angel sent down from heaven, when it turns out she was the total opposite.
I was popping my pussy in these white boy frat houses.
I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge, like this.
Insecurities. A female that's real insecure that just want that validation from a bunch of guys. Yeah, she gonna have them lined up. Yeah, you can enter. You can enter. You want to enter? Okay, come on. Okay. Yes, that's her. That's her. He thought he had a diamond in the rough, like he said. No.
This was in the OG days of the app, and this guy, I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I woke up in the morning and my asshole was a little sore. Oh my God.
And I gotta say,
that's enough. That's enough. That language right there, I don't even want that in our spirit. We don't need that type of language in our spirit. Cause we over here, we getting our spirit right. Well, all that filth. I'm happy he got exposed. Good for him. That's what he get up there laughing at everything Andrew Schultz got to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Link gonna be in the description. Shout out to Jamari, man, for doing that research right there. But yeah, I'm happy for him. You go back, it grinds my gears just looking at him. Just following behind everything Andrew Schultz was saying. Yeah, it ain't funny, bruh. Joint getting my nerves. Big Cash signing out. Gone, y'all.